You walk past it every morning. Maybe you light a candle, maybe you say a quiet prayer. Maybe you don't touch it at all, but the altar in your home, whether it sits on a dresser, a shelf, or a built-in cabinet, holds more than photos and incense. It holds intention. It holds energy. And if that energy is blocked, tilted, or cluttered, you'll feel it even if you can't name it. You may have noticed it already, small things that feel off. Feeling tired even after resting. Money slipping through your fingers without clear reason. Arguments that spark too easily or opportunities that seem to evaporate at the last minute. It's not just bad luck. Sometimes it's the space we trust most, set up with love and tradition, that quietly turns into a drain. This isn't about superstition. It's not about fear. It's about awareness. Because the altar isn't just symbolic. It's a pulse point in your home, a center of stillness that either radiates calm or absorbs chaos. And most of the time, the mistakes we make at the altar are not wild or dramatic. They are subtle, reasonable even. We place things for convenience. We clean in a rush. We keep items that feel too small to matter. And yet they do. In this video, we're not going to guilt you or mystify you. We're going to walk through 7 specific altar mistakes that quietly affect your peace of mind, your health, and yes, even your finances. You'll learn why the placement of a simple bowl or an item you forgot to throw away can set off ripples you never intended. And more importantly, you'll learn how to fix them gently without fear and without needing to change everything. Because sometimes all it takes is one careful touch to shift everything back into place. Let's begin at the altar, where your energy lives, whether you realize it or not. Part 1. Wrong placement, like lighting incense in a storm. You wouldn't place your bedroom in the middle of a freeway, would you? You wouldn't try to rest in a hallway where people rush past every few seconds, or in a kitchen filled with noise, smoke, and motion. And yet, that's exactly what many people unknowingly do with their altar, the most sacred, sensitive space in their home. They place it in chaos and expect it to hold peace. They surround it with movement and hope it channels stillness. But the truth is simple. If your altar sits in the wrong place, it won't protect you. It can't. Your altar is not just a display shelf. It's not just decoration. Whether you see it as spiritual, symbolic, or ancestral, the altar acts like the quiet heart of your home. It's where your energy gathers, where intentions are focused, where memories rest, and where blessings, if they are going to land, are invited in. And like any heart, it needs protection. It needs stillness. And above all, it needs to be placed with care. But here's where most people go wrong. They place the altar for convenience, not for energy. Maybe it's across from the front door because it fits the space. Maybe it's next to the kitchen because the counter was available. Maybe it's tucked under a staircase because that wall was empty. But none of those choices are neutral. All of them carry consequences, and those consequences show up, not with thunder or fire, but in the quiet unraveling of things that used to feel solid. Let's start with the front door. If your altar faces the entrance, it's the first thing that greets the energy rushing in from outside. And unlike bedrooms or living rooms, which can absorb and scatter that movement, the altar is supposed to hold it, anchor it. But if it's hit first, like a flag in the wind, it gets blown out. Energy doesn't settle, it passes through. That means your prayers, your quiet intentions, your sense of calm gets swept up in the flow. You may start to notice money coming in but not staying, or moments of peace that never last, or a feeling that no matter how much effort you give, something always feels off. Now think about the kitchen. It's the warmest room in the house, and not always in a good way. Kitchens carry fire energy, heat, noise, urgency, motion. They represent survival, yes, but also stress. If your altar is placed too close to the kitchen, or worse, shares a wall with it, you've placed spiritual stillness next to active intensity. You're asking your peace to sit beside your chaos. Over time, this shows up in health. The mind feels restless, sleep is lighter, emotions run hotter. You might even start to avoid lighting incense or praying because without realizing why, the space feels too much. And then there's the bathroom. Always clean, always closed, always quiet. At least that's how we think of it. But energetically, bathrooms carry release. They represent letting go, flushing away. Cleansing, yes, but also decay. It's not about dirt, it's about energy. And if your altar is placed against the same wall as a toilet or too close to the bathroom in general, you're allowing sacred energy to mix with release energy. In physical terms, this might not sound dramatic, but emotionally, it matters. This is where you may start to feel emotionally drained after prayer instead of nourished, or notice a lack of spiritual connection, like the link between you and what you believe in is frayed. Not broken, but harder to feel, that dull, distant ache. That's not just in your bones, it's in your house. Let's not forget the stairs. Many people tuck their altar under the staircase because it's out of the way. But imagine placing your hopes under a heavy foot, literally. The space beneath stairs is compressed. It's where dust collects, where weight presses down. When you pray under a staircase, your energy lifts, but gets pushed back down. Over time, it can start to feel like every intention you set, every goal you move toward, meets resistance. Not from outside, but from your own home. It's the feeling of always getting close, but never arriving. Now, none of this is meant to scare you. This isn't a list of superstitions or a reason to tear your house apart. It's an invitation to observe with sharper eyes. Because when we understand energy placement, we start to understand ourselves. The spaces we ignore are often reflections of the feelings we suppress. And the altar, more than any other place in your home, deserves your conscious attention. So what's the solution? It doesn't have to be complicated. Start by choosing a space that's high and quiet, preferably against a solid wall with no bathroom behind it. Avoid placing it in high-traffic areas or directly facing doors. Let it be a little apart, a corner, a calm. Think of it not as a stage but a sanctuary. Let it breathe. Let it be surrounded by stillness. And if your current home doesn't allow for perfect placement, don't panic. Energy responds to intention. You can soften harsh flow with a curtain. Shield too much movement with a screen or potted plant. Even the smallest gesture, a change in lighting, a shift in facing, can begin to redirect energy, not to erase the past, but to gently open a new path forward. You've lived long enough to know that chaos doesn't always come with noise. Sometimes it enters quietly, through misalignment, through neglect, through good intentions placed in the wrong direction. So if something in your life has felt unsettled, if peace feels thinner, or money more slippery, or faith more distant, it might be time to stop adjusting yourself and adjust the altar instead. Because when you place stillness in the right space, everything else begins to steady around it. And maybe that's all you needed. Part 2, Crooked Incense Burner. A tilted center tilts your life. There's something unsettling about a frame that hangs just slightly crooked. Not enough to scream for attention, but enough to nag at you in passing. You see it, you ignore it, you see it again, and still you don't fix it. Over time, the unease becomes normal. You stop noticing the tilt, but your mind doesn't. It stays just a little off balance. That's what happens when your incense burner, the quiet heart of your altar, is off-center, tilted, or unstable. It doesn't just throw off the symmetry of a shelf, it throws off the energy of a home, and eventually it throws off your life. The incense burner is not just a bowl for ashes, it's the axis, the center, the one point where intention meets air, where smoke rises not just as a symbol, but as a message. In many homes, it sits right beneath the eyes of ancestors. It's where you light hope, where you let go, where you reach for something higher than the everyday, so when that center is tilted, even slightly, the message gets distorted. The energy you send doesn't flow, it wobbles, it scatters. And when your altar is unbalanced, your days begin to feel that way too. You may not connect it at first. After all, it's just a small shift in position. But over time, life reflects the altar. You start to feel slightly off yourself, tired for no reason, forgetful, short-tempered. Your home feels less grounded. Arguments surface over the smallest things. Tasks stay unfinished. You light incense but feel disconnected. And still, you don't notice the burner is leaning until something bigger breaks and you find yourself searching for answers that aren't outside but sitting right there on your altar, quietly tilted the whole time. The emotional impact of imbalance is not always loud. It's not about drama, it's about misalignment. Like driving a car with the wheels slightly out of track, manageable at first but dangerous over time. The same is true with energy. The incense burner is a conductor. If it leans left, it can create excess fire, leading to irritation, impulsiveness, and anxiety. If it leans right, it creates excess stillness, pulling you into sadness, stagnation, or withdrawal. Either way, you're not centered. You're reacting, not responding, living but not flowing. What makes this worse is that most people don't even realize it's happening. They set up their altar once and never look again. Or they shift the burner during cleaning, then forget to adjust it back. Or worse, they place it where it looks good without checking whether it's stable, and so it tilts. Sometimes slightly, sometimes noticeably. But it tilts, and the altar no longer becomes a place of balance. It becomes a silent source of chaos. It doesn't have to be this way. Recentering your incense burner isn't about ritual, it's about respect. Respect for the space, yes, but more importantly, respect for your own emotional clarity. Think of it like aligning your desk before writing or making your bed before resting. A centered burner holds your energy steady. It tells your body, your mind, and even your home, here is the center. This is where stillness begins. If your incense burner is currently off-center, don't panic. Don't rush to move it like rearranging furniture. This isn't just an object. In many traditions, it's the seat of ancestors, the receiver of prayers. Before touching it, pause, light a small stick of incense, whisper a quiet intention. Ask with sincerity to shift the energy into balance, then adjust it slowly, gently. Place it at the visual and energetic center of the altar. Make sure it's level, steady, and still. Also check the surface beneath it. Is the table warped? Is the altar shelf uneven? You might need to level the base, add subtle support, or change where it sits. Don't overthink it, but don't dismiss it either. This isn't about perfection, it's about alignment. The kind that you feel, not just see. You might notice something immediately. The next time you light incense, the smoke rises straighter. The air feels calmer, your breathing slows. A sense of rightness returns, not from ritual, but from resonance. The space holds you differently. The altar begins to feel sacred again, not just symbolic. You may even find that difficult conversations become easier, that unfinished tasks move forward, that sleep becomes deeper. This isn't magic, it's energetic clarity, and it begins with a center that truly holds. If you want to take it further, check if the incense burner is placed at the highest level of your altar. In energy terms, what's elevated gets priority. It receives and it reflects. When your burner is below eye level or squeezed between objects, it sends a mixed message. When it's clean, central, and slightly elevated, it becomes the quiet fire that lights the rest of the home. And perhaps the most overlooked piece, stability, not just centered, but steady. If the burner wobbles even slightly, every intention you place inside it, every incense stick, every prayer wobbles too. Over time, this creates emotional instability. The kind that looks like, why do I feel shaky today? Or why do I feel like I'm floating but not grounded? It's not in your head, it's in your center. And the altar is where your center lives. Your life deserves a steady core, not just in theory, but in the places you come back to daily. So take a moment. Walk to your altar. Look not with judgment, but with presence. Is the incense burner where it should be? Does it feel like a point of calm or like something you've stopped noticing? Because maybe, just maybe, fixing the tilt on your altar is the first step in fixing the tilt inside your day. Balance doesn't begin in big gestures. It begins with noticing, with choosing one thing to correct, one space to realign. And if you begin with the incense burner, with the center, everything else has a better chance of falling into place. Not all at once, but gently, steadily, as it was meant to be. Part 3, beautiful but wrong, placing ice on sacred fire. Some things look right until they don't feel right. A chair that fits the room but no one ever sits in. A painting that matches the wall but never draws your eye. A gift that was expensive but never really belonged. This is what happens when we choose altar items based on beauty alone. When we see something solid, heavy, and impressive, and assume it must carry more spiritual weight. A stone incense burner, a carved granite stand, a cold, polished centerpiece that gleams with elegance. It looks powerful, but what if energetically it's placing ice on sacred fire? We live in a culture that values appearance. What's heavy feels important. What's shiny feels successful. And so when it comes to our altar, we often reach for the most serious-looking item, the heaviest, the boldest, the most expensive. A thick stone burner seems unshakable. A dark metal bowl seems timeless. And yet, inside the space that's meant to breathe warmth, reverence, and movement, these objects sit like anchors. Cold, still, too still. And slowly they begin to cool the energy we're trying so hard to invite. It doesn't show up overnight. You still light your incense. You still pray. The room still smells sweet. But one day you realize the space feels colder, not in temperature, but in presence. You walk past the altar and it doesn't call you in. You sit to pray and your thoughts scatter. The warmth you used to feel, it's quiet now, like the flame inside has dimmed. And maybe so have you. That's the difference between sacred and symbolic. Sacred energy isn't about what looks impressive. It's about what flows, what holds warmth, what responds to the energy of a living home. Temples and cathedrals, for instance, often use stone because they're built for stillness, for silence, for holding prayers that echo long after the crowd has gone. But a home is different. A home breathes, it moves, it grows, it breaks down and begins again. A home altar needs to match that rhythm. It needs to stay alive. When you place a stone object, especially something heavy and cold, on your home altar, you're introducing stillness where movement is needed. You're pulling the energy down, weighing it in place. Over time, this doesn't just affect the altar. It affects you. The warmth between family members starts to fade. Conversations lose ease. The desire to gather, to cook, to celebrate begins to thin out. You may not fight, but you drift. And underneath it all, there's this quiet sense of being emotionally chilled. Like walking into a house that looks beautiful but doesn't feel like anyone lives there. That's the impact of energy materials, not spiritual theory, but lived emotion. You don't need to know the names for it. You already feel it. You feel it when the room welcomes you or doesn't. When the incense lifts your mind or clings to your throat. When the altar makes you breathe deeper or not at all. That knowing. That's your guide. So what do you choose instead? You choose warmth, not color alone, but energetic quality. Ceramics that are light, bright, smooth to the touch. Bronze that carries both age and energy, warm metals that conduct rather than contain. These aren't expensive choices, but they are responsive. They shift with the room. They absorb intention and reflect it gently, like a mirror that softens light instead of scattering it. And no, this doesn't mean you failed if you've chosen a stone burner. It means you were drawn to something that looked strong. That's human. But now you know better, and knowing gives you the power to adjust. Not to throw away, not to start over, just to align. To notice what serves your space and what drains it. And to honor the altar as a living part of your home, not a museum piece to be admired from a distance. If you're not ready to replace the object, start by softening its surroundings. Add a warm cloth beneath it. Place it on a wood stand. Bring in soft textures like flowers, fabric, or candlelight that invite warmth back in. The altar doesn't have to be cold just because one object is. Energy shifts through balance, through layering, through presence. But if you feel ready to change it, do it with intention. Don't just replace it because it's wrong. Replace it because you're ready for your altar to breathe again. Light a stick of incense. Say a simple sentence aloud. I release what no longer serves this space. Thank the old piece for its time, and then choose something new, not because it's fancy, but because it feels right in your hand. Light, open, alive. You'll know the difference the moment you place it. The altar feels warmer. The air softens. You might find yourself pausing in front of it without planning to. Lighting incense more often, sitting a little longer, not because you're told to, but because the space starts calling you back. Not with coldness, but with quiet welcome. There's a fire inside your home, not in the oven, not in the fireplace, but at the altar. And that fire doesn't need to be big. It doesn't need to blaze, but it does need to stay alive. When we place something too heavy, too cold, too proud in that space, we smother the flame. We ask beauty to replace warmth, and in doing so, we forget what the altar was meant to hold. So take another look, not at what's pretty, but at what feels like it belongs. Let your altar be a place that draws you in, that meets you in silence and then opens you up to everything you forgot you needed. Let it be not impressive, but alive, because when your altar breathes again, so will you. Part 4, sand in the incense bowl trapping energy instead of freeing it. At first glance, it seems like a harmless shortcut. You need something to hold your incense sticks upright, so you grab a handful of sand. It's convenient, it's stable, and it's what a lot of people use, especially in traditional homes or places where that's just the way it's always been. But what if that simple layer of sand, sitting quietly inside your incense bowl, is doing something far more serious than you realize? What if it's not supporting your prayers, but absorbing them, trapping them before they can rise? The incense bowl is the one place on your altar meant to transform. It's where the stick meets fire, where smoke meets air, where intention becomes release. Every time you light incense, you are symbolically sending something upward. Your thoughts, your gratitude, your hope, or even your pain. And the material that holds that incense matters. It's not just about function, it's about flow. Sand doesn't flow, not in the way energy does. It sits. Heavy, fragmented, and quiet. It comes from erosion, breaking down, crumbling, being ground over time. It's made of thousands of pieces that were once whole, now reduced. It doesn't carry clarity, it carries residue. Which means that every time you light incense in a bowl filled with sand, your prayers begin on top of something broken. That's not dramatic. It's just energy. Sand absorbs, it holds what it touches, it remembers. So if the incense ash falls into it day after day without ever being cleaned, what builds up isn't just dust, it's emotional weight. A kind of invisible heaviness that slowly settles into your space. You may not notice it right away. But then one day you catch yourself sighing more, feeling stuck more, praying but not really connecting, as if something's being said but not being heard. And here's where it gets personal. Because if your altar is supposed to be a place of release, but it's quietly holding on to the energy you thought you let go of, then your home becomes a loop. You say goodbye, but it stays. You let go, but it lingers. And in time, that blocked flow can begin to show up in your life. Trouble sleeping, feeling emotionally drained, making money, but watching it slip away. Relationships that feel foggy, conversations that don't land. A sense that no matter how hard you try, the peace just doesn't stick. That's not superstition. That's what happens when energy has no clear path. Now, this isn't about blaming yourself or feeling ashamed for something that felt practical. Using sand isn't a moral failure. It's a habit. It's what's available. And for many people, it was the only option they ever knew. But the truth is, we now have better choices. And when you know better, you have the gift of doing better. The ideal material for an incense bowl is not sand, but clean, natural ash. Not the kind from synthetic incense cones or barbecue grills, but ash made from natural sources, rice husks, clean straw, or untreated wood. Why? Because ash is what remains after transformation. It's light, fine, and energetically clear. It's been through fire. It holds nothing but the essence of change. And that's exactly what the altar is meant to help you do. Change, release, let go. Ash holds the incense gently. It doesn't cling. It doesn't block. It allows the stick to stand straight while giving space for the smoke to rise cleanly. In energy terms, that matters. Because when your incense burns from a base that's already transformed, the intention you send out is lighter, clearer, more direct. Your altar becomes what it was always meant to be, a bridge, not a basement. If you're ready to switch from sand to ash, there's no need for ceremony, just mindfulness. Don't do it in a rush. Don't dump it out while multitasking. Light a stick of incense before you begin. Pause for a moment. Say something simple out loud. I thank this space for what it held. I now invite new energy to flow. Then gently remove the sand. Clean the bowl with a soft, dry cloth. Pour in the new ash slowly, carefully. Let it settle. Touch it lightly with your fingers. Let your body feel the shift. And if you can't find clean ash right away, you can make your own. Burn untreated paper, natural rice husks, or clean straw in a safe space. once cooled. Sift the ash to remove any coarse particles. Store it in a clean jar. Use it with intention. Let it serve as a reminder that you are choosing clarity on purpose. Sometimes the smallest layers in our home hold the deepest patterns. We don't need to overhaul everything. We just need to look more closely. The incense bowl may seem like a detail, but it's not. It's the first place where your energy lands. If that landing is soft, clean, and open, you'll feel it. You'll notice your breath deepening when you pray. You'll feel more settled even before the incense finishes burning. You'll walk away not just with the scent of smoke on your clothes, but with a sense of something lifted. Because that's what sacred spaces are meant to do. They're not meant to hold your burdens. They're meant to help you release them. And the more freely your incense rises, the more freely your life can move forward too. So check the bowl. Is it heavy? Is it clean? Is it serving your prayers or simply holding them in place? You don't have to make it perfect. You just have to let it breathe. Because when your altar breathes, so do you. Part 5, touching without asking, cutting the invisible cord. Some things in the home you can move without thinking. A lamp, a vase, a chair, you pick it up, shift it to the side, and carry on. But there's one place where that same casual movement sends a very different message. The altar, and more specifically, the incense burner. A single touch done without presence or permission can sever more than dust. It can cut an invisible thread that ties your family's energy together. It doesn't look like much. Maybe you're cleaning the shelf and the burner gets nudged. Maybe you're rearranging things to make it look more balanced. Maybe you move it just an inch to match the flowers or center it with a candle, and none of it feels disrespectful. But it's not about how it looks, it's about what it breaks. Because the incense burner is more than an object. It's the anchor point, the spiritual heartbeat of your altar, the place where you light intention and where memory gathers. Over time, every prayer, every offering, every silent glance toward the altar builds something. It's quiet, unseen, but it's real, like roots that grow underneath the surface, holding energy in place. And when you move the burner without asking, without awareness, you shake those roots. You disrupt what has been slowly, carefully woven. It's not about superstition. It's about connection. Energy builds where attention flows. And sacred energy, especially the kind tied to ancestors, to loved ones who have passed, to traditions passed down, responds to care. It doesn't need candles or chanting or expensive offerings, but it needs presence. It needs acknowledgement, because to move something sacred without presence is to treat it like furniture. And that's when things begin to drift. You may start to feel it not as a sudden curse, but as a soft unraveling. A prayer that doesn't feel heard. A quiet moment that feels hollow. A sense of distance you can't explain, like walking into your own home and not fully feeling held. Sometimes it shows up as tension in the air, small arguments, unspoken resentment, emotional fatigue that sits like fog in your chest. You look for outside causes, stress, hormones, life, but often it started in a single moment of disconnection. The altar is where we honor our roots, and the incense burner is like the seat of those who came before us. To move it without asking is like shifting someone's chair while they are still seated. It's subtle, but energetically, it's a jolt. And more than anything, it's a missed moment to connect. But here's the truth that heals. It doesn't take much to repair. Energy doesn't hold grudges, it responds to intention, and the beauty of sacred spaces is that they forgive quickly if you return with awareness. So the next time you need to clean or adjust your altar, begin with pause, not performance, just pause. Light a single stick of incense, take a breath, and whisper, out loud or within, I ask permission to clean this space with love. It doesn't have to be poetic, just sincere. That small act of speaking shifts your energy. It brings you into the moment. It reconnects the cord before your hands ever move. And when you do touch the incense burner, do it slowly, not fearfully, but gently. Clean around it with a soft cloth. If you must lift it, use both hands. Cradle it, don't grab it. Feel the weight. Sense what it holds. Set it down like you would set down a photograph of someone you love. Carefully, intentionally. If you're making a bigger change, like moving the altar, replacing furniture, or renovating the space, go a little deeper. Choose a day that feels calm. Light incense. Say a few words of gratitude for what the space has held. Ask for blessing as you move forward. And move everything with the awareness that you are not just shifting objects, you are adjusting energy. That awareness is enough. It invites peace back in. And this isn't just about tradition or ritual. It's also emotional. Because when you treat your sacred space with mindfulness, you begin treating yourself the same way. You move through your home with reverence. You slow down. You listen. You begin to notice the difference between a space that's clean and a space that feels clear. Between something that looks respectful and something that is. That subtle shift, the one from habit to presence, is what keeps the invisible cord strong. The ones between you and your ancestors, between your current life and the deeper story it came from, between your home and the part of you that seeks peace even when the world feels heavy. There's one more piece to this. After big spiritual holidays, especially the Lunar New Year or ancestral days, many people remove incense sticks all at once, clearing the burner completely. It seems logical, clean slate, fresh start. But energetically, it can feel like a disruption. Instead, try keeping an odd number of incense sticks in place, 3, 5, or 7. Odd numbers hold symbolic continuity. They tell the energy. The connection remains. Even when you're cleaning, even when you're changing, even when you're unsure, you can keep the thread. This is not about making your altar perfect. It's about making your care visible, because care creates connection, and connection is what keeps us whole. So the next time you're tempted to adjust the incense burner without thought, stop. Let your hands wait. Let your heart arrive. Say something, anything. And when you finally move it, do so as if someone sacred is watching. Because maybe they are. Because when you touch with awareness, you don't cut the cord, you strengthen it. Part 6, clutter on the altar, mixing sacred with the forgotten. There's a kind of quiet disrespect that never feels loud. It doesn't show up in shouting, in neglect, or in broken things. It shows up in what we let pile up. A used candle stub that was supposed to be thrown out weeks ago. A receipt slipped there in a hurry. A dried flower that no longer gives beauty, just dust. A wallet you no longer use. Loose coins. A faded photo. An old envelope you told yourself you'd deal with tomorrow. And there they sit, on the altar, on the one place in the house meant to hold the most clarity. You didn't mean to leave it messy. No one does. The altar becomes cluttered in the same way the rest of life does, one small thing at a time, a little distraction, a busy day, a moment of just for now. And then slowly the space that once felt sacred begins to blur. It no longer invites stillness. It becomes invisible, something you pass by without noticing. Something you light incense on out of habit, not connection. But here's the thing about sacred space. It can't be half awake. The altar is either a place of intention or a shelf. And once it becomes a shelf, it begins to echo shelf energy. It holds what's forgotten, what's put off, what's unresolved. And that energy doesn't stay in place. It spreads into your thoughts, into your moods, into your days. You may begin to feel foggy, not because of age or stress, but because the one place meant to hold your clarity has become a quiet mess. You may notice your memory slipping, not clinically, but emotionally. That feeling of, I don't know where I am in my own life anymore. You light incense and can't remember what you wanted to say. You try to sit in silence and instead feel restlessness. It's not your fault, but it is your altar trying to speak. Clutter is not just physical, it's energetic. Every item on your altar carries weight. A fresh flower carries lightness. A forgotten paper holds delay. That red envelope from Lunar New Year, it once symbolized abundance. But months later, when it's still sitting there unopened or unburned, it becomes stagnation. And stagnation never blesses, it only blocks. So what do? We don't clean out of guilt. We don't declutter with a sense of shame. We begin with kindness. We begin by asking ourselves, what here still belongs? That question alone can change the atmosphere. It turns a task into a ritual. It invites energy back into the space. Look at your altar, not with judgment, but with curiosity. What items still feel alive? Which ones feel like they've become invisible? Which ones have sat too long, silently becoming burdens? There is no rule for what's allowed and what's not. It's not about religion, it's about resonance. If something no longer carries meaning, it may be time to thank it and let it go. Keep the essentials, the incense burner, a clean cup of water, a fresh flower, a photo if it moves you. Let the rest be space. Sacred space is not about more, it's about less with presence. The less there is, the more energy can move freely, and freedom is what blessings need. Once you begin, go slowly. Don't rush to empty everything. Touch each item. Ask, are you still part of my prayer? If not, remove it gently. Wipe the altar surface from the center outward. Light incense before and after. Let your breath slow as you move. This is not cleaning. This is clearing. It is an act of renewal, not for the altar, but for yourself. You may be surprised how your body responds. You might feel a sense of relief you didn't expect, or grief, or tears. That's not just us leaving the space. That's energy moving again. When you finish, sit for a moment. In silence, in stillness, let the altar breathe again. You might notice it looks simpler, but feels more powerful. That's not by accident. That's the result of letting the sacred be sacred again. If you find yourself falling into clutter again, don't panic. It's human. Life moves fast, but remember, clutter happens slowly. And clarity can return just as gently. You don't have to do everything at once. Just notice, just care, just clear a little more each time, because your altar is not a storage space. It's not a place for leftovers, it's a mirror. And when that mirror is clean, it reflects your best self back to you. So the next time your eyes pass over the altar and see something that doesn't belong, listen. Not to the guilt, but to the invitation. The altar is calling you back, not to perfection, but to presence. And presence is where every blessing begins. Part 7, keeping things too long, stale energy can't protect you. There's a kind of holding on that doesn't look like holding on. It doesn't come with tears or memories or resistance. It comes with a stack of paper you meant to burn last month. A red envelope that felt too pretty to throw away. A golden offering left on the altar since Lunar New Year. Quiet, still, undisturbed. But not in a good way, not in a sacred way. In a stuck way. Because sacred things aren't meant to sit forever. They're meant to move, to rise, to complete their purpose and be released. But when we leave them too long out of sentiment or forgetfulness or even reverence, they stop carrying power and they start carrying weight. Energy that lingers too long becomes heavy. What was once vibrant becomes stale. What was once a blessing becomes a block. You may not notice it right away, but you'll feel it. A kind of emotional humidity. Like air that doesn't move, like a conversation that was never finished. The altar is meant to be alive, and that aliveness comes from circulation. Burnt offerings are not trash, they are energy in transition. Once their message has been sent, they must go. Keeping them past their time is like keeping a check you've already deposited. It no longer serves, it just sits. And sitting energy is not neutral, it slows everything else down. Have you ever felt like new opportunities don't seem to find you? That good luck passes you by, that your prayers feel like they're stuck in midair. It could be that your altar has become too full, too crowded with the past, too weighed down with what should have already left. This isn't about perfection, it's about permission, giving yourself permission to let go, to trust that what was offered has already done its work, to believe that new blessings can't arrive if the old ones haven't been cleared. So, go to your altar, look at what's been sitting too long, the ceremonial papers from months ago, the dried flowers that once were fresh, the incense ash that keeps piling up. Ask yourself, is this still sacred, or is this just familiar? Is this serving my home or stalling it? Then with care, begin. Gather the old paper, money, red envelopes, gold ingots, whatever's been waiting. Choose a quiet day, not rushed, not distracted. Light a stick of incense. Say something simple. Thank you for what you've given. I now release you with love. Burn the offerings fully and safely outside if possible. Watch the smoke rise. That's the energy finally moving again. If something cannot be burned, dispose of it respectfully. Wrap it in cloth. Recycle what you can, but do it with intention, because how you let go shapes what comes next. And don't forget the ash. Your incense burner isn't meant to hold a year's worth of energy. Empty it gently at least once a month or after every major ritual. Leave an odd number of sticks if you want to keep continuity. Clean the bowl, refill with fresh ash. Let the center feel clear again. You may notice the difference right away, or you may not, but something will shift. The air around your altar may feel lighter. You might breathe a little deeper as you walk by. Your prayers may come more easily with fewer words and more heart. Because now the space isn't holding the past, it's holding space. And here's the deeper truth. We don't just keep too much on the altar. We do it inside, too. We hold on to what we meant to release. We carry past blessings as if they are still needed. We keep rituals long after their meaning has faded. And in doing so, we slow our own renewal. What you let go of at the altar teaches your body how to let go elsewhere. It becomes a mirror for your inner rhythm, your seasons, your shifts, your sacred endings. So if life feels stalled, if something in you has been asking quietly for space, maybe this is the place to begin. Not with a grand gesture, but with one simple act. Let go of what has already served its purpose. Let your altar reflect your courage to move on. Let it remind you that nothing stays sacred by being stuck. Sacredness breathes, and breath requires space. Make that space, with gratitude, with gentleness. Because when the old energy clears, the new doesn't just arrive. It finally has room to stay. Maybe you didn't realize your incense burner was off-center. Maybe you used stone because it felt solid. Maybe the clutter came from years of rushing. And maybe, like so many of us, you kept things on the altar longer than you should, not out of carelessness, but because you simply didn't know what it meant to let go. And now you do. What we've talked about in this video isn't about superstition. It's not about following strict rules or fearing mistakes. It's about understanding how small physical choices in your sacred space reflect and shape your inner world. The altar is never just decoration. It's where energy gathers, where memory rests, where your intentions take form. And every choice you make around it, what you place there, how you clean it, what you keep, what you release, is a reflection of how gently or chaotically you're holding your life. A tilted burner doesn't just unbalance your prayers, it tilts your days. A cold, heavy object doesn't just sit on your shelf, it cools the emotional warmth around it. Sand may seem harmless, but it quietly traps what you were trying to release. And touching your altar without presence can silence the very connection you built it to create. These aren't dramatic events. They're small shifts, but energy moves through the small, so does healing. And here's the grace in all of this. You don't have to rebuild your home or spend a dime or start over. You just have to care, gently, consistently, with presence. The same way you'd care for someone you love, because your altar is not a ritual, it's a relationship. Thank you truly for being here, for staying with these words, for listening not just with your ears, but with your heart. That alone is already an offering. And as you move forward, may your altar breathe easier. May your space feel lighter. May your prayers rise more freely. And may your life feel more like home. You deserve that, always.